All right, we're jumping. I wanna jump in with you.
Oh yeah.
We're jumping. And I hope you jumping social too.
The Yo-Show.
You got the Augie and the Tom, you got the Jeff, and that's what's on. You're listening to the old show. You listen when time is right, you know we'll make you feel alright. I can't wait till this shit gets sold.
Oh yeah.
We're jumping. I wanna jump in with you.
It's the Yo-Show.
We're jumping.
Jumping.
And I hope you jumping social too.
Cause things really nice and you wanna go out for ice cream with your friends. But hey, guess what? You spilt milk in the refrigerator earlier. Your mom said you're grounded for life. Ooh yeah!
Ooh yeah!
We're jumping.
Jumping socially too.
Welcome back to the Ocean.
Oh yeah.
We're here. We're back.
Yeah, we back.
Cheers it up, gentlemen. Anyone?
Cheers it up.
Anyone?
Yeah.
Cheers it up.
Out of character.
Little tappy tap.
It's 4th of July week.
Whoop whoop.
I like that we chose a Jamaican song to intro
America.
the 4th of July
Makes you
week.
feel a little happy,
Apostrophe
little-
America.
Yeah.
Instant good vibes with Bob Marley.
Yeah, you can't. You. Every time I hear Bob Marley, it puts me like in Cabo San Lucas. I should put me in Jamaica, but I've just never been there.
It's
Somewhere
the
else
Jamaican.
tropical,
the Jamaican music makes
beachy.
you feel Mexican. I get it.
I love it.
Totally get
I
it.
heard in schools they want to replace their Pledge of Allegiance with the lyrics of that song.
You heard that. You heard that. And he takes a quick sip. Like, I heard it. What are you gonna do?
Who'd you hear it from?
Well, that wouldn't be fair.
So this is the Ocean. Why don't we tell them who we are? Teak?
I'm Tom. I like IPAs, watching sunsets on the beach, and I also carry a pocket knife.
Just in case.
I'm Augie. Fairly sweaty tits. I recently came up with the invention of putting cotton swabs under my tits, and seeing if that helps my shirts. So there's that.
I mean, did you invent any? All right, anyway.
Did he invent the cotton swab?
My name is Diamond Jeff. I am all namaste and shit, and I have tiny nipples.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's fine.
He does.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
Do you have like hairy hair puffs around your nips? I haven't seen you with a shirt off in a long
I
time.
have.
you pull it up?
Just a little.
Can you pull it up and give him a show?
Why not? You
Give
know.
him a show.
So
There's nothing
I
there.
actually recently manscaped a good amount, so I take.
Take a look. Get a load of these sausage nips I got going on here.
There is. This should be on video right now because this looks ridiculous. He's putting bottle caps.
My
on
nipple
his
is
nipple.
larger than a bottle cap.
Mine is definitely not.
Here, let's see.
All right, let's see.
Let's do the bottle cap test.
Your
guarantee you-
areola is definitely
Here, do
bigger
you
than
wanna
a bottle
use
cap.
the same one?
I don't mind using the same one.
Tom's using the same one that I put on my tit.
I could
That's
put.
fine.
I could put 3 of my nipples in this thing.
You're in there. You're in there too, Tom.
I think I'm all right. I'm
Yeah.
pretty much exact size of
What are you chilly today? You got huge Roni nips usually.
You know, maybe I'm a little chilly. Check this out, though. It covers the whole nip, man.
Well, no, that one has a dark rim around it. This one didn't. That one has a dark rim. Maybe it's a shadow, or maybe it's your tit.
Hey, all
I
right.
don't know.
Anyway, nipples are nipples. What are
Want
you
to see
gonna
how
do?
much stuff can fit in our belly buttons?
No, I'm good. I'm okay right now.
We'll
Thank
save
you
that for a
asking.
webisode.
Yeah. We do have some thanks to give out. My brother Neil wrote in, and
I'd rather be low.
he found something on Amazon called Dude Wipes, and this is like a real product where they're taking the baby wipes and they're marketing it to dudes.
So what does it smell like? Like
I don't know.
smoke?
I can tell you what the description is on Amazon, and it's fantastic.
Please
I think they are called Dude Wipes. Actually,
Is it a prime item?
yes, it can be primed.
We got to get this. for
Amazon
this week.
Prime it. The description
If
reads,
it's under $7, I'm just gonna buy it.
just do it.
Dude wipes. Go on.
So, as dudes, we are dirty, sweaty, and disgusting humans. Access to a shower is not always a realistic option. Certainly not after every awesome, stanky, or highly questionable situation.
And most men are homeless. Like, you don't see a lot of homeless women out there. It's mostly homeless men.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for that. Have no fear. Now it's time to embrace those moments. The dude shower gives you a fast and effective way to remove all sorts of nasty dude stank.
It's called the dude shower, not the dude wipe.
Dude wipes. Dude wipes.
Okay.
They look like a pack of condoms. They're available in the Prime Pantry. Flushable, biodegradable. Did you go over that already?
I didn't. Thank
Oh,
you.
these are...
This
these are
episode is brought to you by Dude Wipes.
flushable, unscented with vitamin E and aloe. Now, I might be allergic to
Do
aloe.
they have
I'm not
scented?
sure.
Do they have scented ones?
100% biodegradable dispenser pack. I don't know if they have like...
Like, because they should have probably like beef jerky scent,
Why would you want to beef
Aren't you
jerky?
trying to get? Aren't you trying to get away
Smoke.
from that?
smoke.
Aren't you trying to get away
No,
from
Tom,
smell
you're
like hot
missing-
jerky?
It's manly though,
Like-
isn't it?
No, that's
Aren't
the,
you like liquid smoke flavored?
The wipe is the opposite of manly. We're trying to get away from the
it's
manly
called
stenches.
dude wipes.
You don't need a beef jerky flavored ass wipe.
I don't want it flavored. I want it scented.
Your
I'm not
natural
going to eat
sense.
the ass wipe.
Your natural scents are taking care of all the manliness that you need. Trust me on this one.
Fair.
So I've added it to the cart.
Oh, you actually are purchasing.
$4.99. Proceed to checkout.
Make that 3.
I have Prime.
it. Times 3.
3.
Prime. Oh, excuse me. Prime Pantry delivery. Did you see this scam? If it's on Prime Pantry, you get the item's Prime, so you don't pay for shipping, but you pay for a pantry delivery.
Sounds like
so
a
I guess
bunch
it's
of
a gentleman.
bullshit.
It's a gentleman that comes in a nice fine truck.
To deliver my ass wipes.
Deliver your ass wipes and other pantry items.
Sir,
I guess.
would you mind stepping inside and running one of those wipes directly through these cheeks?
Now I want to say to my customers,
Now, when they deliver, do they really deliver the wipe?
Yeah, if you're going to deliver, you got to deliver 100%.
Full
and
service.
I don't want wipe from back to front. I want him getting underneath the gruns,
The fleshy fun bridge.
right up through the top.
sir, I've read the terms of service, and it says that you're supposed to do that.
The T's and C's.
Yeah.
Back to front.
Get on with it. I'll close my eyes.
While the guy's doing it, you're going to close your eyes?
Now,
It's best to
Let
close
me,
your eyes.
let me get back to you for a second, Tom. Now you're saying let me
Yeah,
smell
go
like
on.
I want it to smell like beef jerky. I want it to smell like
That disturbed me as well.
Cigarette.
Did I
smoke.
say I want it to smell
Smoky.
like that? Or
You said
was it
smoky.
supposed to smell
You want it to be
that?
like scented.
Like
you
male
want it.
scented.
You wanted it.
Like something manly scented.
That's what I'm saying. But these wipes are you're trying to escape from. Like your undercarriage could smell like something, but that's not a good thing.
Right, but if it starts smelling like a
understand?
manly
It's like-
smell, like
Like,
Like-
you get down there, it's like
barbecue or like
You don't want her
That's-
to get down there and be
that's
like,
not supposed to smell.
rackle ribs.
That's not supposed to smell like peanut butter. Oh, don't worry about it, babe. They should make them scented. I lie. Don't worry about it, babe. I just used a man wipe. Wink, wink. I used the peanut butter.
Peanut butter man
Peanut
wipe.
and that's why it smells that way, babe. Don't get the wrong idea.
So they should be scented.
I didn't actually wipe my friend's peanut butter and jelly sandwich in my grundle before he ate it at lunch.
Believe it or not.
I had a man wipe. Remember those man wipes we bought? Amazon Prime?
I didn't steal my best friend at work's banana at lunch and rub it next to my balls. It's actually just the man wipes.
See, a banana scented man wipe wouldn't make sense because that's not a manly smell.
You could really put anything next to your balls, really.
Like
You
a
thought
bowl of
about
chili.
it. Like a guitar
Bowl of chili wipe.
guitar scented wipe.
Imagine coming out of a shower and wiping down with a bowl of chili. Just
What?
I said imagine.
You could leave the wipes down there.
How do you wipe down
to
with a bowl of
prove.
chili?
You know what you could
It's
do.
flavored, ass. Wipe.
No, but wait a second.
It's a flavored ass wipe, like bowl of chili.
Yeah, like just,
You're thinking that Jeff's gonna get out of the shower and dump a bowl
Dump
of
a
chili
bowl
on
of
himself.
chili on
no,
himself.
no,
That's
silly.
not what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
you're being silly. I'm
Wipe
talking
down
about
with a bowl of chili.
chili flavored dude wipes.
Tom, this is a serious podcast.
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah,
If you're not
oh,
gonna-
my bad.
If you're not gonna get with the program,
Totally my man. Get with the program,
get with the
Kehoe.
program. Who dumps chili on themselves?
I want like a smoky
Perfectly
barbecue rib scent on my butt wipe, please.
I want to smell like I had a freak accident at work when I was working at the rib factory. That's what I want.
Rib
Got him.
factory.
Got him.
Nailed it.
Got him.
Take a bow, Oggs.
That's a rib factory.
And thanks guys for coming out to the podcast this week. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Take a bow.
I do have to say thanks myself. Another write-in. His name is Will. He's from my work, and you should see this man because he has the worst hair. Like he has this like afro hair, and like
Did you say half-row?
Yeah.
Did you mean
Like
to
it's
say
almost,
afro?
No,
it's almost an
I meant to
afro, but
say-
it's
I meant
halfway
to say
there.
afro. It's very white man, but he has this like curly hair, and it's like a little like
Half-row?
yeah.
He just...
So it's not completely there. It's half-row.
yeah.
So
gotcha.
this
inventing shit.
gentleman likes
I
to
like it.
butt into conversations at work, and I actually told him, "Hey, can you cut some of that hair off your head and shove it in your ears?" Already. Anyways, he wears socks. They're old. He doesn't care about his sock game.
Did he write in to tell us
I
this
told
shit?
him-
What is the fucking point?
I'm explaining to you.
There's something about a
I'm
write-in that we
explaining
didn't
to
get
you,
to.
our
yet.
listeners. Anyways, he really dug the intro song last week and the helium pickup lines, and introduced it to a few friends. We invite you to obviously show it to a few friends, and if you tell two friends, and then they tell two friends, and they tell two friends, and so on.
We
and
got
so
se-
on,
we got
and
6
so
friends.
on. Yeah,
So your point is that we have all sorts of listeners.
yeah. So he just wrote in, wanted to say
I like that.
thanks for.
What's his name?
Name is Will.
Cool. Thanks, Will.
Will. Thanks, Will.
Recently got his hair cut by a blind man.
No.
Does like,
It's what it looked like.
Okay, because you sounded kind of serious when you said that. Like he felt bad. This guy was trying to make his way in the haircutting world as a blind man, first of his kind. So he was going to be one of those model guys. But
Like the one-arm piano player out of Cicero, Illinois.
who gets paid half as much?
Right.
Yeah.
Or doesn't get paid, or something like
he
that.
gets
half.
twice as much for doing
Anyways.
it with one hand.
This man's hair cutter is the same guy.
His hair,
He's
hair
a
cutter.
he's a one-armed blind man trying to make it in the fashion game.
All right.
Interesting. So I got some thanks too that I want to give, and it's more on a serious note since we are coming up to Independence Day. I want to thank everyone who gave us our independence. Everyone before us, continually. Thank you very much, all you veterans.
Aw.
Veterans of the alien battle over Area 51.
We will not go quietly into the night.
We won't surrender without a fight.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
I used to like when I used to get high, like 5 years ago or something like that. I used to like to just watch that. I used to go from
Just that scene?
yes.
It's a killer scene. It's
I
one
used
of the
to-
best speeches in film history, I think.
I was going to say the same exact
I used to
thing.
throw it on YouTube and just watch it because it really inspired me, and I was stoned at the time.
No wonder why it
And,
inspired you.
So I would go from Legends of the Hidden Temple, and then I would play that.
Okay.
So thank you, Neil. Thank you, Will. We encourage all of
Purple Parrots for the win.
you to... God damn it. Anyway, keep on writing in. We love the feedback.
Absolutely.
So it's 4th of July coming up. Who's feeling patriotic?
I am.
I always am. Every day I am.
I love America.
Yeah.
I may be, in the minority now, but I don't give a shit. I still love it.
I don't know. I always, I wear camel pants when I'm out doing yard work because, number one, they're comfortable.
And you want to hide from your neighbors?
Number two. There's no hide in this.
You're just wasting your time.
My neighbor is the blind barber.
And he sells chocolate in his trunk.
right.
I heard about that guy. 50 pounds or more.
No, I like wearing it. I like, obviously, someone looks at me, they're not like, wow, that guy must have just got out of the military. They don't think that, but they think, wow, he's not wearing those pants for no reason, and his American t-shirt must not fit him anymore.
You have a USA bandana? Because you should.
I don't. I never was a bandana guy. We should have
well,
a whole,
who is a bandana?
we should have a whole second podcast about bandana perils.
Sidecast.
So I wanted to get one of those American flag suits for this weekend.
Like a thrift store suit?
I don't know if it's a thrift store, so you kind of gotta have to buy it online. The jacket is like stars and stripes. The pants are red, white, and blue. Like it's ridiculous.
fantastic.
Yeah.
What size are you?
He's back on Amazon.
So this was the problem.
Your
So
toenails?
I found this place that I was going to buy the suit from, but apparently they come in European styles. So apparently Europeans are not as big as us Americans,
Americans.
because my size in this thing they don't have.
Really?
They just don't have.
I mean, you're a big guy. You're not Shaq.
Yeah, but they don't have it. But the suit was only like $100.
Well,
so-
you got to head over. You got to go further than the Europeans. You got to head out to the Ruskies out there. Ruskies around the Black Sea, because
Okay.
their shoulders are a little wider.
They got some good suits out there.
Yeah, and then you
American
go out,
suits?
and then you even go even further. Keep going east, travel east, my young man, and then you run into Genghis Khan territory, and they're gonna have the suits. They're gonna have them, not United States suits, but suits.
Well, I was looking for a USA suit, so
But
So-
suits. You
well,
can
thanks
put.
for nothing.
Can you put Amazon away? We're not buying any suits right
Seriously.
So, but the only thing that you find on Amazon for USA suits is dong thongs.
Dong, 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 dong.
That's it. That's the only. Now, isn't it like a bad thing to make clothing out of the flag, to deface the flag at all?
As
Isn't
long
that-
as it wasn't a flag in the beginning.
As long
I
as
don't,
it wasn't a
Yeah,
flag.
as long as you're not like wearing a flag as.
Does a flag get commissioned to be a flag?
I think once a flag is done, there's a proper way to discard of the flag. So I guess yes.
So I go to Lowe's. I spend $5.99 on a flag that was made in China. I bring it home to my house. I wave it in front of my house, and then I want to make clothing out of it. Is that against
That's
the rules?
blasphemous. Yes.
I think
That's
so.
not-
Yeah, I think that's defacing the flag.
It's what it represents.
What
Everything's
if
made in
I've
China.
what if I've never portrayed the flag as a thing, and I just make it into a shirt, and no one knows that it was ever a flag?
Well, it had to have been a flag before you got it, Rip.
Well, maybe I sewed the threads together to make it look like a flag.
So what are you saying? You buy a flag that's made in China, you make it into a man thong, and you walk around with it. Is it unpatriotic?
Right. Or is it defacing the flag?
Or
has
is it
been
patriotic?
commissioned as a flag?
Or is it
Or
patriotic?
is it patriotic?
You could have worn a black thong, but no, you're wearing an American thong. Maybe it's more patriotic.
I don't know if I want to see you in a thong.
I'm down.
Well,
I'll take a look-see.
I think that I would really enjoy it.
I think it's freeing. It's part of the whole freedom thing, patriotism.
But you're not really free.
I mean, how free are you?
yeah.
Because you
Not
could
really.
wear it. How many beaches can you wear a thong and get away with it?
Well,
I've tried.
you can definitely get it to Asbury. I had a friend who was a doctor, and
Not a pole man.
he would wear man thongs to the beach, not floss up the ass, but
Oh,
Moms.
like European man shorts?
You're talking to Speedo.
yeah, talking speedos.
So you're talking regular Speedo.
But then
Okay.
my
Gotcha.
friend, he's this skinny guy, a little shorter than me, and then up walks this large black man, and then my friend wanted
that's
to
trouble.
all of a sudden leave the beach
Well, that's some.
Why?
because that black man was in a pink man thong.
Wow.
And he was doing much better than my friend.
Don't contrast and compare.
So I'm just saying, the thong game was strong that day down at Asbury
Park.
right next to the convention hall. That's where I go. Like you
What I think is
convention
actually-
hall, then right to the right. That's my beach spot.
Okay.
Where my wife go. In case you ever want to
Find Augie down there.
Never.
Because you could spot man thongs there.
Yeah,
now I know
seriously.
why you go.
You can spot me.
And now she knows there.
So, there's something about like being at the beach, like the man thongs, the bikinis. It's like if you saw someone in their bra and panties or their tighty whities walking down Main Street, USA, they could be arrested for being lewd or indecent, but they're on the beach, everything's okay. Like that's acceptable. Like how far away from the beach does wearing a thong or a bikini become unacceptable?
Or any body of water. Is there an exact distance?
Is it like to a lake? Like, so if you're at a lake, then it's acceptable too from a certain distance, maybe a pool, a river. But at what distance is it like, okay, gonna have to put your clothes on now?
Where is Main Street, USA? I've always wondered that.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Copy that.
So you're wondering where the Moonlight Graham line is.
Oh, here he goes.
All right. Okay.
Opened
haven't-
up the
if
can
we
with
haven't
Augie.
seen Field of Dreams, Moonlight Graham is the guy that can't cross the pebbles, or else he turns from young Moonlight Graham into old Moonlight Graham to save the guy's daughter.
Right, he does
from
it at the
choking on
end.
a hot dog. Right. So you're wondering where's the man bikini Moonlight Graham line, right? I say it's whenever homes start. Like you can't go through a neighborhood dressed like that, and I think that once you go on the other side. Once you approach the neighborhood, that's the Moonlight Graham line for mankinis.
Mankinis. Thank you.
Mankind eyes.
But what if you live in one of those houses?
Unacceptable.
So you'd have to get changed before you even walk home?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Was that another movie? Did you go through a movie?
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
This week's movie reference brought to you by
Dude
Man
Wipes.
Wipes.
Now, let me tell you something about the movie references.
This week's moment in the movie is brought to you by.
You mentioned I farted myself awake, right?
I did.
He did.
And then I mentioned the thing from Good Will Hunting, right?
The weird
You
shit
were
is the good
right.
shit.
You were right. I went back and I watched the clip.
No,
and he did talk about.
I was right, but I asked about 10 other people that like
That Good Will Hunting scene?
Do you understand where I'm coming from? And they're like, of course. Have they not seen Good Will Hunting 65 times or any time it's ever been on television?
Sorry, I haven't.
So you are I just wanted to say that you are the only two people that don't know that reference.
I disagree with that.
I admit to only seeing that movie once, and it was a long time ago.
Once?
Yeah,
Yeah.
once or twice, maybe a while ago.
I gotta go see About a Girl.
I see it on the television and everything, and I watch little parts of it here and there, but that's it.
I'll get back to it. But I do trust you in terms of movie references. If
Yeah,
he
don't
comes up with
question him
something, he's got it. He knows it. He may not know the title of the movie, but he knows that it was in a movie and he can reference it at any point.
I like that.
How would we know what alien I look like without Augie?
Or Mike Reuter.
I don't know the plan of.
Thank you, Mike.
I don't know the plot of Mac and Me. I imagine it's an alien that comes down from outer space, makes friends with a handicapped kid, helps a handicapped kid get through life somehow, tackle an obstacle, and then guess what? At the end of the movie, Mac's got to go back to outer space, cry, roll the credits, dance in the aisles because that movie fucking rocked.
Dance in the aisles.
Way to finish that off.
Yeah, seriously.
So
That was good.
A lot of people don't seem to be patriotic nowadays, and I'm not necessarily. I'm not a fan of country music. I'm not. Just not.
Ditto.
But
Double did.
I
Actually,
will
triple
say-
ditto to negative out the positive.
I have to
like
give
the older stuff.
I
I'd
have to
say.
give country music props for two things. Number one is remaining patriotic because there's very limited patriotism nowadays.
True.
Number two is they're actually still playing instruments and writing songs. Very
true.
Which is becoming a limited thing
Well,
in music.
that's probably why I don't like country that much anymore, because a lot of it's just like pop music and garbage. But for the most part, the older stuff, you're right. Guitar, bass, drums, an actual band singing about America, putting your boots on, getting in your truck,
Your pickup truck,
and
your
heading on-
sisters in the pickup truck. You
and
got a
heading
bunch of
on-
Budweisers.
and heading on out down to the creek and getting into mud bogs and firing up them tires and getting yourself stuck in the mud.
Hey, I got this here. 1985 Dodge. You mind putting 80-inch wheels on that motherfucker so I could drive to the concert later? I'm also gonna make a cowboy hat out of garbage. I'm gonna make it out of a Coors Light box. I'm just gonna make it out of garbage, all right? And I'm gonna yell America at the top of my lungs because I'm the most patriotic motherfucker in this fucking place.
You have a tank top on too, don't you?
I have a tank top on, and I have a pack of cigarettes duct taped to my breast hair.
Tom's Facebook picture, which hasn't changed in 8 years, is like the most country
yeah.
American thing I've ever seen.
I'll give you one guess who took that picture.
Augie. Boom.
It's true.
Bang,
Nice.
Yeah.
Epic picture.
bang.
They also know how to tailgate.
party.
They do.
Yeah. I love my wife and I love my baby. Okay, I just want to say that first.
We know.
I have to say that because if I was a single man, if I was a single man, I would feign my love for country music hard. I would be out there
on account of the tailgates,
on account of the women that are out at these things.
Yeah.
Cowboy boots.
So there's
I never noticed. To be honest.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Are there ass cheeks hanging out? Are they not? I don't know. I'm not allowed to think about that. I learned that today. Let me bring that up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Transition.
Go on.
My wife says that I'm not allowed to think of anyone that she knows.
In that way.
No, I'm not even allowed to think of them naked. I'm not even allowed to imagine them naked. Is that against the rules?
In that way. That's what
Is
Tom's
it against the rules?
How does that even become a discussion? It's understood. You don't talk about it. You can think whatever. Thinking is free. Never forget that.
Right.
Thinking is free.
Right.
You're not guilty until you open your mouth.
Right. I didn't say any friends
one?
in particular or anything like
Which
that.
one? Come on,
no,
there was
I'm
one.
kind of wondering how this came up.
There was one.
Absolutely not.
I'm kind of wondering how this
can we know how this came up? There's a lot. I can visually see him backpedaling.
Why are you sweating?
Actually, you can't. No.
Okay.
So you'll just have to trust me that it came up in conversation. And,
For this reason or that.
And then I asked her, I'm like, did you ever think of my friends? Now, I can say this part.
Girls
like,
don't. I don't know if girls think of guys that way for the most part.
Did you ever think of my friends? Did you ever think of my friends naked?
On the podcast.
No. She goes, no. And I go, you never thought of any of my friends naked? And she just continually said no, but I don't believe her. Yeah, girls don't think like guys.
Or is she smart to deny it?
Let me ask you guys this question: have you thought of your wife or girlfriend's friends butt naked?
So country music is neither here nor there for me.
Don't think so.
Personally, I wouldn't buy an album per se, but I can only listen to one or two songs in a row.
I'm just saying
before they all start to sound.
I'm just saying you're allowed to imagine. Once you start cutting down imagination,
I think we found the answer.
The slide guitar. I like the slide guitar on some of those songs, but I find it kind of the same thing over and over.
You guys are fucking liars. You guys are fucking liars. You're fucking. That's the lie button today.
Bullshit. So we could try a new game this week if you guys are down.
Ooh,
it's a new segment we're calling "Who is the First Guy?" It's a working title. We don't know what we're gonna call it yet.
It's already starting as sexist, so I just want to put that disclaimer out that you're not being sexist, correct?
Correct.
All right, good.
Okay.
Says the guy who put down all the women listeners of our podcast last week.
Hey, shots fired.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell you how many times I was right this week. Okay? I just want to tell you that. I just want to tell you that. I do not want to tell you how many times I was right on the road.
He's sweating so hard right now. We're really grilling him. We probably should.
Well,
No, we love our lady listeners. We know that we're
I feel like
a guy
I'm
show.
I feel like I'm on the Iron Throne of Hot Piss Mountain right now. So there's that. The back of my knees are sweating more than my under tit, by the way, and it is not pumpkin spice weather. You know that.
Not pumpkin spice
you know when it's
weather.
pumpkin spice weather? When you can take a cotton swab, an ear tickler, and rub it under your tit and it's dry. Then you can have your first pumpkin spice.
He's done one year. He sends me this video. It's just him with his shirt off with his video camera pointing at the mirror.
Just one tit.
And you had no shirt on.
I had two tits.
You have two tits.
On this particular day, he had two tits.
So it starts with him holding the camera and then holding the ear tickler, looking, smiling in the camera and just going, look. Swipes under his tit. It's pumpkin spice season.
Does that video exist? Because we should share it.
It's probably
I
somewhere.
got it right there.
We should probably share it.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
We'll talk about it.
Yes, of course.
Speaking of the ladies that we love, I heard through the grapevine, and by that I mean my wife, that the girls, that were on our show are currently working on their questions for us.
So I heard. They had a whole dinner about it last night.
I respect my wife for not telling me any of the conversations.
Yeah, same thing with Valerie.
Because I don't want to know ahead of time. That's their episode. But the ladies will be, I don't know if the accent wheel might be there. It might not. It's their show.
Yeah.
So they're going to grill us with the questions that girls want to know. And that is coming up sometime this summer. We'll keep you posted.
Can't wait.
So this show, something about who was the first guy, like this crazy shit that happens that people do on a regular basis. How could it have started? There had to be one person at some point who did the thing. And now it's just a regular thing. So
Like pick their nose?
that's a pretty normal thing. You know, you got an itch, you got a bug, you just get it out.
You got a hole in your body, you're going to put a finger in it.
And the name of the episode. Sometimes it just reveals itself so naturally, you know?
You got a hole in your body. You got to stick a finger in it.
Okay, so maybe I'll give you guys a scenario.
Sure.
Or an act.
Or a hole in the body.
Or a hole to tickle. And you guys tell me how it was first tickled, okay? Somebody at some point saw a big animal, a cow, and thought, I should squeeze its nipples and drink its milk. Okay? So there was a guy who first started drinking cow's milk who thought we should all drink cow's milk. And think about how regular it is today.
I think that guy had something with bestiality.
Yes. No. You know why? Because man didn't know what the hell it was at the start, right?
Man, like, we didn't know what we were.
Man.
We
Like,
didn't have words.
Like
This is pre-words also.
I've come. I'm standing erect. I'm like up and down.
He's come and he's erect.
Yeah.
Just,
Right.
okay, copy that.
Just so we all understand where you're
Erect.
coming from.
And I see, and I see this cow, and maybe I look like that cow because I haven't invented mirrors yet as man. I haven't invented mirrors yet. I'm like that cow looks like it's drinking, because cows already have that inbred in them to drink. You know, they're born, and then they start drinking. No one tells a cow how to do anything. Walk, nothing. They know how to do it. So a man sees a cow drinking, and he goes, I might want to try that. And then he goes and tries it. He lays his head under there and squeezes some milk. He says,
I'm so thirsty.
so-
I'll drink anything.
I'm so fucking thirsty. This looks good. Yes. And that's...
You think that's how it went?
Well,
It's
yeah.
one theory. It's one
It
theory.
definitely is one theory, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't read books, but, well...
So I think there was, obviously, I'm going to go with some type of nomad that saw some cattle out on the plains, cows, and saw this baby cow be born and started sucking on this nipple, and all of a sudden this thing got fucking huge. And the guy was like,
He had to be hungry. He had to be so hungry.
the
or
guy was
thirsty.
probably like, well, this is, little totem pole type stuff. Survival of the fittest. I better get myself up there. Start beefing myself up a little bit. Get myself bigger.
I better start sucking on
If
that
that
thing.
fucking cow did this in like a year and gained like 1,000 pounds, I better get down there and start sucking from that teat.
So pretty much, like I just said, they saw the cow drinking, and maybe I'll do what the cow's doing. But you're saying it's for a different reason.
Yeah, I'm saying it's more about survival of the fittest.
Are you playing a joke on me?
Am I being punked? Ashton! Where's Ashton?
Okay, maybe I am.
Okay. All right. Guys, you guys covered that one. Okay. Well done.
Done. Solved. Solved.
Yes. Solve that mystery. The next one, correct me if I'm wrong, but when people trip off mushrooms, doesn't it come off of poop?
Mushrooms? Do mushrooms come off of poop?
Like the trippy mushrooms, doesn't it grow?
C-U-M?
They're grown in poop.
C-U-M?
Doesn't it grow in poop?
Manure,
Some kind of poop?
Yeah.
So my question is, there had to be a guy, the first guy, who thought, there is a pile of dung and some shit growing out of it. I should eat that.
See, I don't think it happened that way. I think that
Please explain this for me.
someone already saw mushrooms on the ground and tried to eat them, right? And they were eating them, and they were substance, and they lived, and they kept eating these mushrooms. So somebody went out into the field and started picking mushrooms that they saw, picking all the mushrooms that they saw, and they didn't even realize that it was growing out of shit.
It's in a pile of dung.
It
Who
was
cares?
we'll wash it in the river, and
like
then
a pile of dirt.
I'll eat that thing. It's coming out of the dirt anyway, which is all shit and everybody's
Was
excrement
poop
and
even
whatever.
disgusting to like the first
So-
man?
So they wound up pulling a couple of magic mushrooms out of the mushroom field, and they ate them, and then they're like, holy shit, I tripped balls. Didn't really know what tripping balls was at that
They
time.
must have tripped so hard.
Oh my God, they were in the middle of nature. They probably didn't even have a roof.
And they didn't have like a bunch of water or peanut
No.
butter to help them through it. They had to go suck on a cow's teat
Yeah.
to get through this thing.
So that's how milk was found.
Some
Some
guy's
guy on
tripping
mushrooms.
balls.
Some guy was dripping on
Falsetto.
mushrooms.
But so that's the first guy that did it. But then the first guy that did it for that reason, he's like, hey, look at that caveman. He's wearing tie-dye shirts now. He looks awesome. I want to be that man. How do I get to be there? Oh, I got to eat this off of this shit over here. Bring it. Does this mushroom come with the
It's like
tie-dye headband?
Someone's buddy tripped their balls off and probably had a great time.
Yeah.
Then he's like, where'd you find those? I picked mushrooms from all over. I don't know.
it changed my life.
So we need to... Okay, Trump. There's a little Trump there.
It was a little
It was
Trumpish.
fantastic.
I tried mushrooms. No, that's not Trump. I had Trump the first time. I lost
Yeah, you
him.
did.
But then you like sprinted away from him.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, well done, guys. Okay, next one. Now, I realize this one was much more recent. This is obviously not caveman days, and it was obviously well thought out, but it still took a huge set of balls to do it for the first time. First guy to jump out of an airplane with a parachute,
Fuck him.
right?
Fuck
Like,
him.
You had
Like
to-
you could have been pulled and figure out that it works and whatever, and you could have tried off of something smaller with it open to see if it would actually like hold your weight and glide you down. I get that.
but
But someone actually had to
do it.
fucking jump out of that plane.
You
That
probably-
is absolutely insane to me.
You probably tested off some cliffs, you know, where there's water below and it's only 30, 40 feet. And you're like, okay, it opened, so it probably works. But someone
When-
did it from 1,000 feet or whatever.
When was skydiving invented? Do we know?
My guess would be
I have no idea.
in the last 150 years.
Because I'm thinking it was invented for a reason to get the troops over.
Definitely
enemy
military,
lines.
yeah.
I'm thinking it's a military. So the military's like, all right, so we can fly a plane over this line, but we can't walk a battalion over it. So how do we get over this line? What if we go over the line and then the guys jump out of the plane? So like, oh,
I'm sure they.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
Oh,
they
yeah.
tried it with
That's it.
some type of like weighted
yeah,
package.
Yeah, they threw
or
it.
something.
They threw
something out
the
of a plane
potato.
first to see if it would make it. But
Right.
still, you're putting your life on the
The
fucking
first guy to
line.
do it, the first guy was told to do it. All right, no one voluntarily did that. That guy was told to do it.
I don't know.
and
I
he
think
had
that was
to
a
do it.
voluntary service.
Oh, no. You could, test it out on a prisoner.
What did he make an extra? Is that
Right.
what we should do that with more prisoners? Then we should take
Test out new things.
Yeah.
Test shit out.
death row prisoners, test stuff on them.
Instead of testing on animals, test on death row prisoners. I think we just came up with something completely new for the FDA.
Yeah, but then that goes back to patriotism, and then there's
How does it go back to patriotism? Or
because it goes back to
patriotism?
the United States of America. How do we treat prisoners? Is it an eye for an eye?
All right, let's move on.
Who knows?
I thought that one would be funnier. So in the 1940s, when we were invading. All right. What about the first guy to have sex? First guy to figure out where his member goes.
I love him.
Thanks to him. I mean, this doesn't have to be an evolution conversation, but there had to be some caveman, back to the caveman, who, without words, figured out where his thing should go.
I'm sure he saw another animal sticking its thing in someone else.
You had a lot of animal watching back in the day, huh?
What else are you gonna do? Seriously, what else are you gonna do?
Well, you got to hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're watching them animals all day to get some food.
Your
Good
mom,
point.
your mom just found your best porno mag, so you got to go out to the woods and watch animals screw.
Who's the first
Is
guy?
this the caveman?
Who's the first guy to jerk off?
Yeah, well, I think it was. I think that that first man was in such pain. It's built up.
Built
in
up.
such pain.
Built
He's-
up load. How long
he's-
do you think it was built up?
Then there's the nightly. Then there's a nighttime release, and I think that's how that happened. And then someone thought to themselves like, maybe it doesn't have to just be at nighttime.
Maybe it doesn't have to be with those long-haired creatures.
Do I have to find my own J closet somewhere in the woods? Is this a private thing? Can I do this at dinner?
Can I duck behind this tree?
Not at the table.
Can I jack while I'm hunting?
Carlos.
Does that
Yeah, well,
help?
you're by yourself there.
Sure.
I'm waiting for this animal to come around.
Waiting for this animal to cum around. Is that what you're saying?
Very good.
But yeah, the first guy that had to have sex.
Having sex.
Let me.
having sex.
When they were, yeah.
These people are either working out or having sex.
Now let me bring this up to you.
Is this a movie reference?
No, it's a Bible reference.
Oh.
No, here we go. So God created man. This is in the Bible. I was at a wedding recently. This is why I know this. God created man, and man did not have a partner. So God presented all the creatures of the forest to the man first. Like, here's a squirrel.
So he sucked on the cow's teeth.
Do you think the squirrel will work? Do you think this will work? And then the man shook his head no, and then he brought him some other creature. And
Was this best man speech?
do you think that this
God, I hope so.
Do you think that this horse? Do
Awful.
you think this horse will work? You think this horse will work? And the man shook his head, it's like. So God thought, and he says, "All right, well, I'm going to take a rib out of you, and then if I just do that, and I make it into a pocket."
We know the story.
Yeah. So I feel like he was told that day, like, this is what you need to do, but you need to get married first.
Oh, so they gave him the blueprints.
Right. This is it. Like the Star of David is a vagina and a cock. That's what it is.
So that answers
boy.
one of the other ones. I was wondering who the first guy to get married was, and I just figured it was some chick.
It's Adam and Eve. It has to be.
Who was some chick who was holding out when other chicks were just giving it up willy nilly, and one chick was like, "No, I'm not giving it up until you tell me you're not giving it up, giving your willy to any other nillies."
It couldn't have been Adam and Eve.
How?
Because people got married within a type of religion, right? Let's just call it Catholic. Jesus wasn't around before Adam and Eve. So how did they get married? They couldn't have. There was no church.
I'd have to get the Bible to see what happens, but
Welcome back to the Bible show with Augie and Tom. All right,
You're the one who started this.
what about the first guy who performed a circumcision?
Ooh, performed?
Performed.
Oof.
Bible stuff, I think.
Like, get out of the fucking Bible! God damn it! This is a comedy podcast.
The guy who did a circumcision first?
Yes.
Do you think he did it on himself first to see if it would work?
No.
I think he had an anteater. And he's like, this thing is not cute. This thing is not cute. I keep getting stuff stuck in there. Like
I got a
don't
crumb
want it.
catcher here, and I need some help.
Yeah.
Keep catching California raisins.
Who wants to clean this thing out all the time, huh? Who wants to clean this thing out all the
This
time?
thing smells like cheese.
I wonder if I just cut it right here, if it'll just go right back. There we go. Ooh. There it goes. I don't have to do it anymore. I don't have to clean the crumbs out of my anteater.
And another mystery solved.
Yeah.
Guy just got sick and tired of cleaning the crumbs out of his anteater.
This thing stinks.
I think that's in the running for the title.
I don't remember eating corn.
Oh boy!
Okay.
All right.
So what about Augie? I think this may have been your question. Who was the first guy to sell a hamburger?
His name was Mario. All right. Mario's family. Mario's uncle was in the pizza business out in Sicily. You know when
So we had pizza before.
they used to
Didn't pizza come from China?
I don't think so.
So
Everything's made in China.
So Mario.
Mario, what else happened?
So Mario's uncle was in the pizza business, and back in Sicily, they used to just make pizza out of huts. I'm not gonna guess. I'm not gonna let you guess where a Pizza Hut came from, but so everyone in Italy is like, oh, pizza. Here, I'll give you 5 schmeckles for 5 pizzas. Oh, sounds like a good idea. Here's your 5 pizzas. Here's your 5 schmeckles. So the one guy's
Schmeckles are Italian?
So the guy's like, are they putting toppings on that motherfucker?
Is he charging me 5
Are
motherfucking
they?
schmeckles?
No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Are they putting toppings on that motherfuckers? What if I? Oh, so they're killing that cow over there and they're putting toppings on top of the pizza and he's getting more shekels per slice of pizza. How does that happen?
Cheese. That's the cheese.
The cheese, the meat and the cheese and the sauce and the toppings. What if I just make a topping and I put it between 2 bread slices? How much a schmeckle you give me for that?
How much a schmeckle? You start selling burgers for 2 schmeckles.
Yeah.
You got a business.
What in the fuck? What in the actual fuck?
Here's a, come on, friends. Here, come on down. Forget the pizza. Pizza's yesterday's. Pizza's yesteryears. Now, come in for the new. The ham is a bigger.
I think hamburger was probably invented in Germany. As this guy's Mario from
Yeah, seriously.
Isn't there a little place in Germany called Hamburg?
That's where Mario is exiled to.
Yes, okay.
Got it.
Okay, last one.
Thank God.
Because this guy,
Jesus.
this last guy.
I'm sorry you don't know all the answers as well as I do.
Yes.
I'm shocked that I don't know these answers.
Yeah, 5 schmeckles. Give me a pizza.
I didn't know they had schmeckles.
Oh, I'll go to the cow. I'll get 2 schmeckles. I'll give him 2 schmeckles.
So I take a topping and put a topping and boom, boom, bang. Have a hamburger.
All right, this last guy had some serious stones on him. Okay? Who was the first pimp? The first guy who said, "Come here, ladies." Oh, you have a good pimp voice. Go ahead.
He obviously had a lollipop in
a pinky ring.
You know that's right. See what it is. What it is. You're gonna go over there. I'm gonna protect you. You make $20. I get 10.
Can you stop smacking your lips, please? It's creeping me out.
I
hate that.
That wasn't the first pimp. The first pimp was probably some guy in a white robe in Socrates' time. And
not Socrates.
No, Socrates.
How does Greek accent go? I'll figure it out, but
Please,
if you want to help.
just go
If you
for
could,
it.
yeah, if you could just naturally find it.
Just shoot the arrow. Go ahead.
Hello. You're gonna be my prostitute,
He looks like a grouper right now.
and I'm gonna be your pimp.
Why
We're
is
gonna
it
make
Greek?
some money.
I don't know.
Why can't it be
Why?
like a
'Cause
cool
they-
black guy?
When he does
'Cause-
Greek, the corners of his mouth drop below his chin. I don't know how he's doing it.
How's he doing that?
Yeah, he looks like a grouper. I'm telling you.
You be my prostitute, and we make $20, and I keep 10. And you do it again, and I make 10, and you make 10. Everyone's winning.
What?
I think it was
Why?
I
Why
just think-
Greek?
I just think the guy.
It was slavery. These women were slaves, and they were slaved
then
out.
it wouldn't be slavery
Yeah.
if they're making money.
I didn't want to ruin the vibes in the gym tonight, but it's slavery.
Well, you ruined them.
Yeah. Whoever was the first prostitute that actually said, "Okay, I'm going to do this. Like I'm going to let this guy dictate how much money I make."
Like
He's my pimp.
like $10 for a hug, $12 for a fuck.
I'll do
Only-
hugs
only
all
two-
day.
You wanna upgrade for $2?
What a discount.
It's the rehash.
I'll let you stick it in my hole for an extra two.
Remember, leave me alone.
What? Remember? Leave me alone.
Okay, so that was a little segment called "Who Was the First Guy," and
gal.
we're gonna keep coming up, or gal. We're gonna keep coming up with more segments
Write them in.
like this.
Write them in. Text them in. Do we have a text line? We don't have a text line. We should get a text line.
No, but
Write them in. Tweet them in. Instagram your questions. Write your questions on a cardboard, and then take a picture of yourself on Instagram.
On a
Hashtag,
cardboard.
hashtag jump in social. Hashtag the Oshel. Hashtag jump ins dash Oshel. I saw that on there on my phone.
the Osh.
That's catching on.
Yes, it is like
So,
wildfire. Tom, what's our email address? How do they be adults?
Jumpinsocial@gmail.com.
Very nice.
You hashtagged asswipe junkies
I did.
earlier.
I did.
And did you search into the hashtag?
I
at
did,
all?
but here's what
it's
happened.
It's like a death clown metal band.
Here's what
What?
Here's what
That's the
happened.
best thing
Because
ever.
you
wait.
I'll tell you what happened.
Back up.
I'll tell you what
What's
happened.
the hashtag?
Hashtag asswipe junkies. It's a band.
I'll tell
It's
you
like a murder clown death metal band.
That's awesome.
It sounds
Tell
like
me, I'm sorry.
insane
You-
clown.
We got to
Eyes
get him on the
posse.
show.
But I saw you Instagrammed that you hit the reset button a couple times.
That day was twice.
So I went to hashtag asswipe, but then when I started typing it, asswipe junkies with 100,000 something hashtags came up. So I'm like, yeah, that's the one.
Let's jump on that train.
So I just clicked it and I moved on with my day.
Let's jump on the murder clown death metal band train. Jump in social, brought to you by
Murdering death
clowns.
clowns.
Murder, death, clown.
Yeah, murder clowns.
And of course, dude wipes.
Oh, yeah. Well, not in this pantry. We gotta get that email campaign going.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
But everybody have a great 4th of July weekend. Get shit-faced.
Happy Independence Day.
Hopefully,
Stay safe. Uber, Lyft, do something.
Seriously.
hopefully you don't
Stay
have to
out of the
work
riptides.
Monday and Tuesday, so you could turn it up Sunday night and
Don't
just keep
drive in.
turning it up.
Don't drive in Seabright. Don't drive in Red Bank. Do not drive in Belmar.
Don't drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm naming all the towns, but I wanted to drive home.
What
like,
about our listeners out west?
Don't drive on
where in Cicero?
Main Street, USA.
Idaho.
Definitely do
Don't
not
drive on Main Street,
Don't
USA.
drive on Main. Well, Main Street USA might be like the safest spot because it's like the under your nose type deal.
So you're safest in the open.
We used to drink 40s in the woods in college, right near the cop station, because who would be dumb enough to do that?
And what's more American
Never
than that?
got caught.
America.
America.
Yeah.
Hey, we might leave you with a little bonus audio clip here.
Here it goes.
Before we
I
leave.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God and indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
With
Believe it
liberty.
with liberty and justice for all.
Good thing you're wearing an
That
American.
was a fucking good shot at it, all right? That was a real good. I'm sorry I got one word wrong.
99%. We focus on that
Seriously,
1%.
one word.
Good thing you're wearing that American flag thong, or else
Yeah,
we'd think
well,
you're
or
un-American, you son of a bitch. Thanks for listening. The old show. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Trying to get up on me.
See you at the soul show.
You won't be lonely.
See you at the soul show.
And you won't be lonely.
And I'm gonna miss everybody.
And I'm gonna miss everybody. Hold on. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. Hold on. Hold on.
Living in a hateful world. Living in a hateful world. Singing on the street, that's how we roll. Living in a hateful world. Singing on the street, that's how we roll. Living in a hateful world. I'm running y'all.
Did you just say test?
Yeah, I don't know what I said.
Testosterone.